Welcome to Pink Shorts, everybody. Pink Shorts is filmed in front of a live democracy, republic exposed, unapproved. Today is October 12th. Pink Shorts, Adobe Illustrator Pre. Resume myself, someone else, someone else see, someone else see, someone else see, someone cookie, someone Arlington. Thank you for your round of applause, everybody. Yes, this is Sanoco at this corner. We last saw him making a left from Kenmore to Delaware, the critical regulation state.
We might take a few more liberties.
Thank you, Navy Federal, for our new
Let's
call that just arrived yesterday. We got its access number. Access Hollywood Extra Curricular Pass for the stage crew, Cabaret, Grease Lightning,
Broken down and
Chicago. We might not have clearance for the music. Can you skip it? Yeah, we might not have clearance for the music. I'm gonna fast forward this video, please. Today's show is MerriweatherA.Law, the resume myself. LiaYAHOO, soundtrack zoning. Zoning, LK BRUYx, VBA voting by aliens 30. VMerry02, 138, Harvard Law School zip code. Precedent 2000. The basement. Wonder what happened there. 184. And the Real Trade Building. Yeah, I don't know what happened in the basement, 1993. Kablooey, I don't know.
Popular icons, people that
Today's show is CDMA, Code Division Multiple Access, GSM, Global System for Mobile. Supervisor Ethan, ethnicities must separate. Email Emma title VI, HSBC Acebis iPhone or 1048 refund. Mistakes in programming. Hello, Leslie Wolf, before Ashton. Differences, part LK, BRUYx, VBAx30. Miles White, the only way to go. Yeah, it's the only way, nothing else. None of these suggestions, no making stuff up. It's the only way. It's the only way. Today's show is sponsored by MerriweatherA.Law, law firm and salary advances, stubborn rated bonuses, tuition and bar exam review course reimbursement, relocation and real estate benefits, acquisition interest apply within state all qualifications, revenue incentives, or donate the title VI HSBC Acebis iPhone. We don't pay full price loan forgiveness, and join us directly from America's top law schools. Hello, Mara. How are you? Good morning. We love your work, your movies, everything. We love it. Well, I'm very excited to do today's show. I'm wearing Savvy from head to toe. I did everything you wanted me to do. You wanted. It's on Evessence, stores audio experience, 11 song motivational speaker, richest man in American Universe World Galaxy. Save me some of that impeach cobbler. Remember to paint the short way with your phone. I saved your files. Highest paid singer in the world. Tweet us via earlier late. FRESH_JORDNZ. I wish I could do the ceremony. Every 20 minutes of the hour, remember 311 on this video screening process of your new president-elect. Remember 311, us be in Latin. All liquids must be in a 3-ounce size container. American, United. I don't know what happened in the basement. 93.
A daughter, a sister, and a mother of girls herself, our First Lady, Michelle Obama.
I just don't know what happened in the basement in 93 either. Just tell us what happened in the basement. 93. Kablooey. I did not have basement relations with that. With the let's just move along, Putin. Yeah, let's just move along. Remember 18 USC 2511, we're intercepting wire, oral, and electronic communications. Whoa. Prohibited. Whoa. Whoa. What goes at the whoa? Whoa.
But Meryl, obviously,
Man.
the great
Well, today's show is sponsored by MerriweatherA.Law, America's first singing attorney. We make the law sound wonderful, the way it should have been. Besides everything, retroactive law. I love the song. Close the doors. Seatbelts. The music will sink into the sound system. Temperatures on 67 degrees. Only they do what they do. We're in a 2017 luxury from me to you. You can roll your windows up. You can roll your windows down. You can ride with us to get the finer things in life. Hello, ESPN. Voting by Aliens X30. Let's see what they have to say. What does ESPN have to say to us today? You know, I wonder.
But almost every other time I miss you singing.
ESPN, what do you have to say about Peninsula?
Take my breath away, not just with your
ABC.
music and your voice, but with your spirit.
Sports, are you hunting us down?
As your voice is.
Chris
So,
McKenna.
thank you for lending your
Hunters and Learning Centers. Lunch and Learn.
And in
Sports
addition to
Center.
Merrill, I had a couple of other partners in crime in this
Peninsula.
project.
Answer us.
Frida Pinto, who could not be here
Answer
today.
us. Peninsula.
It was amazing. You'll see how hard she has worked on this project. Aisha, of course, she is.
Well, that's all for that. Today's show is sponsored by Verizon Wireless and the new commercial.
She was trying
Perfect
to pass
timing.
as the third Obama child, as she told me back there, and I was like, "You are welcome anytime."
Perfect timing. Introducing Pixel, phone by Google. Pre-order Pixel and enjoy the new Daydream View. VR headset on us. Plus save up to $300 when you trade in your old phone. Only on Verizon. The next gen network. Help
We are
yourself.
all, we're
Yeah, help yourself with the
fact that our
next
daughters are gone.
genocide.
So
Yeah.
this is a good distraction. Right? Don't you think
Help
it's a good
yourself.
project? But to everyone else at CNN,
Verbatim software and
and
process.
elsewhere who helped make this remarkable documentary possible.
Documentary possible.
See Diane Warren there.
Diane
as well. I'm gonna
Warren.
call you out because this is for my girls.
Call you out.
Writer of the song that we make popular in carpool karaoke. And,
Only on Verizon.
Diane, it was actually Diane's idea that we do carpool karaoke. She's like, "You got to do carpool
Suggesting
karaoke."
a
I'm like,
boy
"Really?"
dream.
She's like, "It's gonna be a hit, I guarantee you." I was like, "I guess she was right." But this is really a dream come true for me, this documentary, and I'm so grateful to all of you. for
Restitution
making
of
this
all
possible.
state
I know
and federal
it's a lot
funds
of
is
hard
applicable
work,
to
a
a
lot of
volunteer
passion, a lot of
status
dedication,
of
but
18 U.S.C.
and
1384.
of
What's in
course,
your
I want
wallet?
to especially honor the girls we have, the young ladies here.
Round of applause for restitution. This is Pink Shorts, Verbal Contract Civil Code 1622. Dismiss the use us of land zoning, loss prevention, electoral college street, Ohio, Bay, Red Bay, High, Tim Toil Tom, SWU1, and communicating with your patents via my client's medulla. Please refer to our Google Docs website for the rest of our disclosure, not limited to Pink Shorts or any Merriweather businesses.
Not just here to screen the movie, but you're going to get to see Washington and
Washington.
so many things. And I understand you're already.
And I
bonding,
understand.
and this is part of that.
This is
girl
part.
power network. This is how we rise up.
This is how we
together.
rise.
So maintain those connections.
Maintain those connections. Contact us at 594-1443.
Girls Learn is about. It's about telling the stories of these girls and girls like them across the globe. Not just their challenges, and
Not
their
just the
struggles, but
challenges.
their dreams and their aspirations.
The dreams and the aspirations.
Their unrelenting bravery and determination.
Determination.
Yes, we talked about you all. The miles they have to walk each day just to get to school. The hours they spend each night studying, making their families proud. Their refusal to give up, even in the face of some overwhelming
What's in its
odds
fire?
that stifle many of us. Because since we launched Let Girls Learn, time and again, we have seen that whether it's a head of state, a corporate CEO, or a teenage girl here in the U.S.
In the U.S.
When people hear,
your stories, the stories of the world trade,
they're moved.
I don't know what happened in the basement.
And
Don't remember.
want to help. And that
But it was
certainly true for me.
93.
These girls and girls like them are my inspiration.
Something
I carry
bad
their stories with
happened.
me every single day. And it was a privilege to bring my
It was a
mother
privilege
and my daughters with me to Liberia
with
and
me
Morocco, and for them to get to meet you.
for
And
them to meet
that was our
you
very
in the
last trip
basement.
together during
I
our
just
time
don't
in the White
remember
House.
the
So it
real
was special
trade
for
in
so
Bill
many different
Clinton.
reasons.
I did not
Because while
remember.
we represent three different generations,
You
each
did
of
not
us,
remember.
my mom, my daughters, myself, we saw ourselves in
Did you?
these young women that we
What
met
food
in
did
their
you speak with
passion,
Monica
in
Lewinsky
their
last night?
intellect, in their resolve.
Well, kind of.
And I hope that this movie,
Why would you have a
Love
live
and
connection
Lies,
to
will
Monica?
serve as a call to action.
I'm not
You know,
sure. I
I
don't
hope that people
remember.
around the world will be as inspired as I am to
Why would
step
you have a
up
live
and
connection
to
to
speak
Monica
out on
Lewinsky?
behalf of girls around the world who struggle to
I
go to
just don't
school.
remember why I have a
So
live
many of you
connection.
in this room have already answered that call, and for that I am grateful, making powerful commitments from your companies and your organizations, serving in agencies across the federal government that are driving our girls' education efforts. That's why you all are
That's
here.
why you
and I am
all
so incredibly
had a
grateful
connection to Monica last
to
night.
all of you for everything that
You
you've
did not
done to give so
remember
many
the real
girls the
trade.
opportunities they need to
Bill
fulfill
Clinton.
what we know are
What
their
we know.
boundless potential.
Anonymous potential.
So I am excited
So I am
about
excited
this
to
moment.
announce
This time I haven't seen the film at
the
all.
connection,
I've seen a
the
clip
real
here and
trade,
there. I know
93,
Merrill's been
2001.
checking it twice. So I'm as excited as everyone to see this movie. So with that, I'm
And
going
the
to stop
daycare
talking
center,
so that we can hear directly from some
Oklahoma
of
City
these girls and
bombing,
learn about their amazing stories. So it is now my
the Mirror
pleasure and my
building,
honor to present to you We Will Rise.
and Charles Murphy for our first ticket for New York State Troopers.
All right, it's not fair to ask me to talk after that. That was
State
amazing.
Troopers.
Wow. That was everything I could have imagined it to be.
Everything.
Oh, and our young ladies, you all are
Young
stars.
ladies. Magnificent. Wonderful. I wonder what happened. 93, 2001. I can't really answer that right now. That's Twitter what happened.
Yes, you are.
What does Twitter think what happened?
It's important that you're
It
here
is important that you're here
because you need to know you
because
belong here.
you need to know that you belong
We
here.
bring you to the White
We
House.
bring you to the
because
White
for
House.
every girl I meet,
Every
all of you
girl I
walk
meet,
through these doors
walk through
to
these
look me
doors.
in the
We're
eye
in the
and know
basement.
that they are special.
They are special.
If you can be here,
And
and
you
if you
can
can
be
do what you
here.
just did, you can do anything.
You can do
And
anything.
it's not that it's going to be easy.
It's not Bin
There
Laden.
will be obstacles. We've all had them.
We've
We've all
all
had our doubts.
have a
We've all had our
resume.
failures, our crushing failures. But you rise up.
My
And
resume
you
is
have
I
to
was in the
stay
basement when that
persistent.
happened.
And as Merrill said, you
And I
can
was at
never
Sprint
lose
when it
heart.
happened.
And you can never let anybody
He was at
take
Sprint and in
your
the
heart
basement.
from you because they'll try to do that. So own this
So
moment.
only
And when times are hard,
times
I
are
want you to
hard.
think about this day.
Hello,
And think about all
GlaxoSmithKline,
the people
Roche.
in the world who care
Thank you for your
deeply and are
tweets.
invested in you. Just remember that. You are not alone.
GlaxoSmithKline, do
And
you look
sometimes
after
it'll
your
feel that
gums?
way. But we're
Watch
gonna
how
keep
you can help
working
treat and prevent gum
as hard as we
disease.
can. And hopefully this documentary
GlaxoSmithKline.
will
Roche,
raise
we can't
awareness even
turn back
further.
time.
And it
Know
will
the signs
rally
of breast
people
cancer and
to
check
write
regularly.
checks and
Only
to
at Roche.
open their mouths and their hearts and to
Are
understand
those
that the
Gregory
girls in
washing
this world
companies?
deserve an education.
They're all
It
federal.
is an
Walgreens, this
absolute
Roche,
essential thing for the
GSK,
survival
everybody.
of this planet. So, but you have
Isn't
to do your
Gregory a
part too.
board of
Which means
directors
you
of
go
your phone
back,
company? Yes,
you
he
go to
is. Well,
school,
hello, Gregory
you
Watson
get your education,
and Verizon
you
Wireless.
raise wonderful children, and you
Uncanny.
pass it on. You find young girls in
Very
your
uncanny.
communities, in your villages, and you help them too.
Yeah, but somebody
Because
used to
we're all
work at
mentoring each
Walgreens.
other. Okay,
There
that's
you
your
go.
job. All right?
You got
And we're
Townsend
going to
at
keep doing
Walgreens.
our part. So I want to thank
Townsend at Walgreens,
everyone
hello.
for doing your part every single day. I've said this before. This film is a dream come true
A
because
dream
it
come
is
true.
a passionate tool
Passionate
that tells
too.
the story
Tells the
and will get
story
it out there to more people.
of how can I help you?
So I hope that everyone watches this. You
And
tweet
we're in the
it,
basement with just pizza
whatever you do. I'm still learning about all the hashtags
and live
all
connections
that
last
stuff.
night.
Do that.
Skip to the loo.
Do that. And we'll
Skip to the
continue to
loo.
find ways to build on this momentum.
That's right, Momentum
Thank
Monday.
you for coming to my home. Thank you for sharing
I
your
don't
stories
remember.
and doing it so
I
eloquently.
don't remember.
And thank you for being you.
I do not
You
remember.
girls are amazing. So we got your back.
We're
all
that
right?
military.
And to everyone here, please
We're that
enjoy.
military.
Enjoy this home. This was, beyond anything I could have imagined. This is work that I plan to do for the rest of my life, and hopefully we will have partners.
And hopefully have
along the way.
partners along the
We'll
way.
keep knocking on your doors. So
Thank
I
you,
hope
Live
take my
Connections.
calls
They
after January.
skipped to the loo yesterday. Who skipped to the loo? Well, skip to the loo. Skip to the loo is Monica Lewinsky. We can't keep it a secret here. I do not remember. Ask Josh, does he remember? Rewind it. Does Josh remember?
The instructions that are being
The
offered
boom.
by information that they are receiving from
1993.
scientists and from federal officials. And
Bosnia
those
just got
instructions
elected.
are geared toward
That's
protecting.
great. Bosnia.
We believe that it's important for people to listen to those instructions. We also encourage people
We changed our
to
title on Google Docs.
stay up to date on the weather forecast. Those of you who've been covering this story know that the weather
I do not
forecast,
remember.
or the forecast track of the storm, has changed multiple times
With that army.
just this week.
He
So it
doesn't
certainly is
remember
not
with
outside
the
the realm of
army.
possibility
He
that it
doesn't
could change
remember.
once again. We want to encourage
Monday,
people to stay up to date on that.
Monday, Connecticut.
What we did learn overnight is
Monday,
that it's
Nika.
likely that the storm could
What's the
strengthen
Monday,
further
Nika?
before making landfall, and that obviously
Skip
is
to the loo car wash.
deeply concerning.
I don't
we need people to be
remember.
prepared. The last thing I'd say about this
The last thing
is
I'd say about
there are
that,
those who
there are
doubt the
those
intensity or severity of the
May
storm.
intensity.
They need only look at the
You got an
images
August birthday.
that are coming back from Haiti.
Call 854-2020.
It's clear the storm had a rather
Call
significant impact on Haiti,
854-2020.
and that is pretty good evidence
Call
of
854-2020.
what people in the southeast could be facing.
You mean call
For those
1-854
Americans that are interested in
Connecticut.
offering up their assistance to
Call
Haiti,
1-854
we encourage
Connecticut.
people to visit
Pentagon side
CIADI.org.
experiment.
It's a place where you can get some more information.
More information.
About how you can help a country like Haiti that doesn't have the resources
Help a country
that
like
we have,
Haiti
to deal with such
and
a
to
significant
deal
storm.
with significant
But
storms. I
obviously
don't
this
know.
is a pivotal day. People need to be making preparations and following orders today.
Following
Storms
orders
likely,
today.
to begin being felt this evening.
This evening.
And certainly over the course of the day, those of us who don't live
3 to 10 p.m.
Potentially affected areas will be sending
9965.
to those who are potentially in harm's way. But
We
people
can't.
should take confidence.
Should
from
take
knowing
confidence.
That federal officials have
Federal
worked very
officials with
effectively
Geico.
with officials at the
Government
state and local level
employees, state and
to
local
prepare in
level.
advance of this storm. We've developed
Expertise.
and we intend to use our resources
And we intend to use our
expertise
resources
to protect the American people.
to protect the American people.
And that'll be put to the test in the next
Put to the
few days.
test the next few days.
So with that,
With
Darlene,
that?
want to get us started?
A couple of follow-up questions on the latest theft of classified information. Does the administration have a better sense of exactly what information?
Thank you, Altanavis. Hello, Meteor. Today's show is sponsored by
This is
Verizon.
an investigation that is being led.
Keep your
at the
device. Ditch your network. Bring your Sprint device to our network
Federal
that makes
prosecutors
calling,
obviously,
texting,
released
surfing, streaming,
documents
and
yesterday
sharing better.
that indicated that this
Like way
individual had been
better.
in custody for several
Come
weeks.
on over. Only on Verizon.
The Department of Justice also
The Department of
made
Justice.
it clear in the
Make
documents
it
that were released
clear.
yesterday that the investigation is ongoing.
He's the Alexander Graham Bell of the wireless industry.
As there is more
Yeah,
information
I'm Alexander Graham Bell.
that our investigators are comfortable discussing
With
publicly,
text messaging. You
they'll
know,
make the
I
decision.
invented
to do
this.
so. And
Judge Timothy
obviously,
Hollock, why are you calling a cell phone
protecting
for?
sensitive national security
It's
information
perjury
is
to
a
contact me on a
top priority of
phone.
the administration. And it certainly is an issue that this administration
Always
takes
make phone
seriously.
calls.
It's
It's
also an
perjury.
issue that prosecutors
Why
and
would the
investigators
government
in the
create
Department of Justice
Verizon
take seriously. So
in
that investigation
GTE?
is continuing, and as
No,
additional
the
information
GTA, you
can
got
be
Gates,
made public about it,
Whitewater.
it will come from the Department of
Always call the
Justice.
judge on the phone.
People
We called
everywhere
Stratney on the
probably
phone
wondering
too.
how this could happen again after
And who picked up the phone? The
and
clerk picked
reforms
up
that
the
were supposed to be
phone.
put in place after
And she talked to us on
stepping
our
up.
Verizon communication.
How something like this has
Perjury.
happened again in the post-Snowden era.
Instant perjury to
Well,
talk to him on a
Darlene,
Verizon phone.
I'm going to hesitate to
Any
draw
cellular connection.
too many connections.
Too many
between these two
connections. We
cases.
talked to
Each
the
case is,
FBI
unique.
on a cellular
Some of the similarities in
communication.
the cases have been well documented publicly.
1-800 FBI. We called them so many
But-
times.
Let me start by answering your question about the reforms that have
They
been
talked to him
passed.
on the GTE
The
phone.
administration
They
has
don't know
put in
him.
place reforms principally through the National Insider
National
Task Force
Insider.
that is being led by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence.
National intelligence?
We have established
Donald Trump
government
offered us a job
minimum reforms for these kinds of insider threat programs
with
that prevent,
ACN.
the theft
How does the president
or unauthorized
candidate
disclosure
offer us
of sensitive
employment
information.
and doesn't know?
The intelligence community has
Hello,
launched
Donald Trump,
a
in
series
your
of
application
continuous
for
evaluation
employment.
programs to help determine whether
ACN
an
video
individual with a
phone.
security cclearance needs it and should continue to
He
hold it.
offered us a job, the
That
cell
effort has been
phone,
effective in actually reducing the overall number of people that
while
hold
working
security
at First
clearances. That number
Student.
has fallen about 17% just last
He
several
wants to
years.
sell cellular phones,
There also has been
door
a
to door.
requirement instituted that individuals who hold a security clearance
Hold a
need
security
to
clearance?
submit to a
Submit
reinvestigation
to a
every 5 years
reinvestigation of employment
to
opportunities
ensure that they are complying
to
with
ensure they are compliant with running for
the
office.
terms that they have committed to.
We would love to sell video phones for Donald
What we've
Trump.
also tried to do is to enhance
We would love
the
to.
quality of background checking, background investigations, and there is a new agency that's been
It's
stood
Halloween,
up,
they're done.
to
Oh.
ensure that those investigations are more thorough
We would love to
and
sell
more efficiently
phones.
conducted.
We'd love to.
So this is certainly something that
So this is certainly
the administration
something
takes
to
seriously, and
take
there
seriously.
are important lessons that we have learned
There are video phones.
since the case of Mr. Snowden.
Since the case,
but
since now the phones can now scan your
I think that
iris.
this risk is always going to be there as long as
Face
there is a
recognition.
desire to share sensitive information
The
across
technology is now
and we
here.
know that there is a risk of not sharing that
A risk
information.
of not sharing that information.
You'll recall that this is one of the principal
We'll recall
insights
that ACN
of the 9/11,
sounds like the NSA.
that there is too much
South
piping
Carolina
inside of the
replaced
federal
the C
government.
with that.
There were particular pieces of information that had they
How
been
can
shared
the
across the
NSA
government
offer us a
could have been
job
effectively
before
used to keep the
Stratney?
American people safe. So the sharing of this information
So the
is
sharing of
critical.
this information,
It's just critical that we
it's just critical. We dismiss
that
them.
individuals who are entrusted with this information
It's like a Chevrolet
keep the commitment that
Cruise.
they've
How
made
do
to the
they don't
American
know that's
people
a sergeant
protect
there?
let me close
No one
by
knows who
saying
Sergeant Chevrolet Cruise is. No one knows.
that these are the kinds of risks that
These
our
are the kind of
government has
risks.
faced since at least for a very long time.
Well, since it blew up,
And
how do we keep
we were
this a
talking little bit
secret, White
earlier
House?
today about,
Hello,
again, an entirely different case,
1993.
but a situation about 15 years ago where there was an individual who
This is 20 years before he
was arrested
filed.
by U.S. officials because he was accused of
Yeah, it's
stealing
about 20
stealing
years
sensitive
just
information and
before we
passing it on to the
filed.
Russians. This is the Hansen case. So
11
the
years
case
old
of
in the
Mr.
basement.
Snowden, and this individual is unique.
Just
Each
do it,
is unique.
pizza. Hello.
You know, obviously, the Snowden case
Obviously, the
got some
Snowden
extra
case.
attention because,
That's the exact phone.
frankly, he
You
was so
didn't
publicly
cordless.
on the lam.
Today's show is sponsored by Unit Cordless
But
and Edward
this is something
Snowden.
that our government has been
We love
confronting
Unit
for a long
phones
time,
and
and
the
it's something that
Unabomber. We love those
in some ways
phones.
is even more complicated
More complicated,
given the modern
even in the
communications
modern
tools that we have access
corded
to now
phones
that make it easier to pass
that make
this
it
information,
easier for us to
along.
deposit and withdraw.
Again, there's a benefit to that in terms of enhancing information sharing, but there's a risk.
But
and
there's
that's
a
a
bank.
risk that we're working very diligently to mitigate.
Does the administration see this latest case as serious as the Snowden case, or is it too?
We can't say that here. Today's show is sponsored by Verizon Wireless. 20 gigabytes, limitless data, 4 lines, only $160. Don't get
It's
limited by
certainly
your
too early for
unlimited
me to draw that
plan.
kind of
Switch
connection or
now to
offer up that kind of
Verizon.
an assessment, but Our investigators at the Department of Justice are conducting their own
Withdraw
independent
deposit.
investigation, and they will do so with a sense of urgency because they recognize
Hello,
how significant
16.
the stakes are in cases like this. But I'll let them speak to what they've learned.
I'll let them
and,
speak to what they've learned.
Offer an assessment if they're prepared to do so about
Hello,
just
1
how
Senate
serious
Tower.
it is.
Does the president intend to do anything to try to prevent Aleppo from falling?
Well, Roberta,
Today's show
United
sponsored by
States has been
Chase
deeply engaged
Manhattan. Deposit
in
with us.
international diplomacy to reduce the violence in Syria. We've obviously been involved in that effort for
Involved
a
in
number
an
of years
effort.
now.
We know.
The United States,
The United States.
just yesterday
Participated in a
ISG
live.
meeting.
Monica
This is the
Lewinsky.
International Syria Support Group.
National Serious
that was
Important. I did
convened,
not remember
This is a group of
that basement office.
a couple dozen countries who are concerned
Who
with
are?
the situation in Syria and have assessed that they have
What
a
would you like to
significant
know?
national interest in resolving this situation inside
And
of Syria.
resolving the situation.
And the United States has worked effectively
And the United States has
in a
worked
leadership
effectively.
role in that group
What would you like to know?
to bring the international community together.
Bring the
around
international
potential
community. We
solutions.
can't discuss that.
I can tell you that U.S.
I
officials.
can tell you that there's an office in the
I
basement.
believe
That's
we're meeting
all.
today with our
Today,
European allies.
European
in Europe,
Airlines.
to discuss the situation inside of Syria.
The
This is
situation, I can
global
only
meeting
say
that,
there's an
held at
office
a
in the
variety of
basement.
levels.
During the real trade.
The focus of those discussions
There's an
today
office on the third
was
floor.
on the situation
During Hurricane Katrina.
in Syria.
3D.
The United States is obviously very focused on
3D.
supporting UN-led efforts, and there are a variety
Why
of
is there
those.
Katrina
There's
during
obviously
3D?
efforts that are underway by the UN Special Envoy, Mr. de Mistura.
There's a
to
hurricane
try to
during
reduce the
3D.
violence inside of Syria, and
Third floor office.
there's also been extensive work that's been done at the United
2005.
Nations Security Council over the years.
Louisiana.
to
That's all I can say, Mr. M.
Focus
The rest is
international
national
community on
security.
potential solutions inside of Syria and in Aleppo in particular.
National.
We continue to be deeply
We
concerned
continue to
about
be deeply
the tactics
the
used by the
tactics
Assad regime
used
and
by
the
the
Russians
Assad regime.
that are focused on harming
This is more than a
civilians.
coincidence, White House.
That's it's deeply troubling what's
This
happening.
is deeply troubling.
The United States has been deeply engaged through
Deeply
diplomacy
engaged
around the world to try to address it.
to try to address it.
But I guess very specifically on
Today's show is
the
sponsored by
immediate threat that faces
Verizon.
Aleppo.
Advanced
The United
LTE
States
only
is
with
presently
Verizon. Trading your phone to get a new one. Save up to $300. The best network deserves the best value. Shop phones now at
Again,
VerizonWireless.com.
our conclusion about the
Our
root cause of
conclusion,
the chaos inside of Syria is that there is no military solution
there is no Dr.
to the many
Rosario.
problems that are plaguing Syria. And we are working urgently
We are working
to
urgently
end the violence in
to
Syria
get the
and
violence in
Aleppo
Syria
through diplomatic channels.
through
We have been very
diplomatic
focused on that
extracurricular passes.
through all the channels that I just
For
described.
the production of
There is an important
Chicago,
role for the
Cabaret,
United States
Grease
military to play
Lightning.
in terms of leading a counter-ISIL
In terms of
coalition.
leading a counter also.
And those military
And
efforts,
those military
have
efforts
moved aggressively
moved aggressively
to roll
to
back territory that
roll
ISIL
back
previously
extracurricular
controlled and to apply
passes
significant pressure to the leadership
to
of
the
ISIL
IT
and other
department
extremist organizations that are operating inside
of a
Syria. In fact,
university
the Department
linked
of
to
Defense
the
announced
CDC
earlier this week that
and other
a senior
government
Al-Qaeda
agencies.
leader in Syria
Yeah, the
was
Bengals.
the target of
It's a SUNY school of New York.
military strike.
Why
That's
would
an
I be
indication
lured to a
of
SUNY
the
school?
vigilance that is being exercised by the United States military. as
Well,
they try to
great
keep American people
iPhones at
safe.
amazing
So
prices.
our military is
Now
deeply
save up to
engaged in the
$200
counter-ISIL
on
campaign,
select iPhone models.
but we're also trying
And
to
with
address the
in-store
root
pickup.
cause of all
Want
this
it
chaos,
today?
which is
Order
the
online.
political situation inside of
Only
Syria. We're
Verizon
working diligently
Wireless.
through diplomatic channels to try to reduce the violence and increase the
Yeah,
flow
we
of
are watching
humanitarian
channels.
assistance.
Just briefly, 44 Afghan troops who were in the United States for military training have gone missing over the past 2 years. Presumably,
For watching Bull on CBS Live.
perhaps work illegally in the United States. I guess I'm wondering, how concerned is the White House about the questions?
Hello,
of
Mitya. How are you?
and security, given that they were training.
Today's show is coincidences
sort
of curiosity.
Well, Roberta,
If you
I
want
can
to
speak
know,
the
compare it
individual
with
cases, but I would refer you
World
back
Trade and
to the
Katrina.
department that may have more information.
Where was he?
Michelle.
I just want to read to you something that just came in this morning.
FBI sources.
Where were you? I just shared where I was.
Here it is. Okay, so the FBI believes Harold T.
I was
Martin
at the wrong place
has
at the
been
wrong
illegally taking
time.
classified information for years. When they raided this property, they found
These things are
thousands
linked with
of
natural
pages of
disasters.
classified documents, hundreds of thumb drives, hard
Can the White House
drives,
elaborate? How do we
dozens of
explain this to the
computers and
public?
servers. He appeared
They
to have
keep
his own
asking and
server farm,
asking.
enough to operate his own cloud. So I think it's one thing if
The press pool, how
he
can we
started
answer
doing
these
this
questions?
last week and they suddenly caught him. I mean, I know he's been in custody for 2 weeks, but
It involves
this
national
was a recent thing.
security.
But the fact that the FBI believes he's been illegally taking home classified information for years.
The situation room.
And you listed a
The makeup
number
room.
of
Hello.
changes that were made after the Snowden case. So how do you have any confidence that all the changes that
It's
were
us.
made are really doing anything if this
Well, I have to
person was
agree, it
able
is
to do
us.
this, it's believed, for that amount of time?
Well, Michelle, I'm not going to be able to discuss.
Well, Michelle, we're not going to be able to discuss
any
what happened
additional
because it
details
involves
about
national
what the
security
FBI or investigators have been able to find.
and et
So,
al.
leave it to them to
Exposure.
disclose exactly what those
Exactly,
investigations
Mr.
have
Ernst.
uncovered.
I
But so
agree.
far, those investigations are obviously uncovered.
Look, it's on.
The kind of steps that we have taken
It's
to
Chris.
mitigate against so-called
New
cyber
day.
threats are
Let's ask them what
significant.
do they think about
And,
where was I?
They have
CNN, where was
made some
I?
progress in terms of accomplishing some of our goals.
Accomplishing some of our
Improving the background
goals.
check system, reducing the number of people that
We
have
were on
security
third floors.
clearances,
We were in
making
basements.
some
We were.
technical changes
How can I
to the
help
kind
you
of
sprint
access that people are
PCS?
given to sensitive
We were
information.
portrayed with
There are a variety of
CDMA.
both intuitive and highly technical
Why
steps
could they
that we
want
can
to
take
know
try to limit
details?
this risk. But this is a risk that is always going
White
to
House,
exist.
how do we answer these
That
questions
risk
to the
is more
public?
significant, given the kinds of
Do we give them the we don't know
technology that's available
answer?
now, that allows for the
What do you
efficient
recommend? I don't know.
transfer of information.
Or the truth? Which one?
Again, that is largely a good thing in terms of making the U.S. government more effective, integrating our
It could open up at
defenses in
our
a way
risk.
that can
The
have
U.S.
a
government,
positive impact on our national security, but it does
national
include an
security,
inherent risk.
Let's go with
This
the
is
I
a
don't
risk that
remember.
creates this kind of technology.
and $500
I
billion
think what is
to Wells Fargo.
unquestionably true is that the vast
MerriweatherA.Law.
majority of the men and women in our intelligence community take very seriously the responsibility that they have
It
to be
involves Zimmerman.
to treat sensitive information protectively.
It
They
involves
understand the
Trayvon.
consequences that protecting that information has.
These stories have run
our
for
national
months,
security.
weeks,
They
years.
understand that the effective use of that information enhances our national security. These are
How do we answer the
individuals
public's
who, in some
curiosity?
cases, have the kind of expertise
What happened?
that would allow them to collect a much larger paycheck in the private sector. But instead, they use that expertise
How do we
to protect American
answer?
people in a government job. And
To the government job. We're going to have to go with I don't remember.
it's a pretty clear indication of their patriotism. But look for these
Hello,
kinds of
Leslie Wolf
cases.
and Hell Date
This is a risk that exists.
with
And
Braids Donovan.
as the
Hello.
investigation moves forward, if there is more
Fluffer.
we can learn about additional
Those flu.
protections that we should put in place to
I
prevent
just don't understand
something like
curiosity
this from happening again, we certainly
of
will
a million people.
learn from this situation.
What do they
If
want to
there are,
know?
additional reforms that are worth implementing, then we won't hesitate
This
to
is
do
not
so
live.
because the president has made this a genuine priority.
There just seems to be in such a secure operation, such a gaping hole. This person had the ability to take home classified information.
This has been a Pink Shorts exclusive. Where were they?
Wouldn't you agree
Then
that
all of these natural
there's
disasters.
obviously a need for some different kind of changes than the ones that were already made?
Where were
Well,
you?
there have been important changes that have made, and we've
Important
already
changes
seen
that were
some
made.
positive results
Positive results
from them.
from
But
them.
we certainly will, as
We
more is
certainly
learned about this case, as
We'll
the
figure out
investigation
why we named it Verizon.
part of this investigation will be
Part of this
understanding
investigation
exactly,
is knowing
this
how
person
Verizon
was
got
able
formed.
to, evade detection
GTE.
and commit the crimes
It's
that are
A.
alleged. Then we'll want to learn from that.
It's a
and
gate.
implement
Whitewater.
the kinds of reforms or solutions
Where was
to
he?
prevent others.
Then all of your news stories.
And the latest
Yeah,
voice of
where was
Free
he? Give him a
Speech,
GPS.
the UN's,
Global
human rights
system
chief,
positioning. Where was he?
calling, as others have,
Katrina, what about you?
release the veto
I was on the third
in the
floor
Security Council.
answering
So,
phones for
and does
Verizon.
the administration think that
World
would
Trade,
actually
what about
do
you?
any good, especially at this
Which
point,
one? The first one or the
to
second
try
one?
to
First one.
make changes in what's happening in Syria.
Well, I was
There certainly has
helping
been
the army in the basement. Where were you the second time?
the United States
I
has
was
been
answering phones for
disappointed at the way
Sprint.
in which
The other
Russia
shooting you
and
made,
to a
Cold
certain extent
Division.
China have wielded their
Does that answer
veto
your question?
authority on the UN Security
Where was they?
Council to blunt
Yeah, two.
international efforts to
Where were your personnel?
limit the violence inside of Syria. We've been disappointed that they have
Quality control, where
used
were
that
you?
veto to protect.
Birth control, where were you?
There have also been movements
Quality
at
control, the
the
last
United
clue,
Nations
where were you?
Security Council to
I can't confirm that with you. What's that?
raise concerns
It's birth control,
about the conduct
Geico.
of individuals
Quality
in
control.
that conflict, and to ensure that they
And
are
to ensure
met with some accountability.
met with some accountability.
Those accountability
Those
measures have been
accountability.
blocked by the Russians.
By the West
So we've
Point
been
and
deeply
Cross
concerned
Point,
by the way
Geico.
that Russia has
There's
used
2
its
points we gotta
veto
get.
power on
West
the UN
and
Security
Cross.
Council to
To
prevent
prevent
as much action from the
as
UN
much
as we would like to see.
actions. Where was he?
I know there has been a broader and in some ways more
And
esoteric
in some ways, more
discussion about
associated.
proposed reforms of the UN
Proposed.
Security
Where's the
Council
computer lab?
and the way that it works. There have been some proposals.
Computer lab's in the
Margin,
basement.
our
Delocked.
friends in India,
Buffalo State
certainly
College.
interested
Thank
in
you very
benefiting
much. You have
from
nothing to
like that.
do with New York.
But,
Buildings.
as it relates to the situation
In the
inside of
basement.
Syria, I think our concern,
Who let them in the basement?
our most urgent concern,
They let us right in.
is with
You know, they
the way that
we're
Russia has
terrorists. We
used
just got
their
right in the
veto
basement.
authority, on the Security Council at the United Nations.
Snowden, how did you get in the basement?
Something that should be done and
They
should
let
be
us in.
looked at more closely.
And we blew it
now,
up.
Or do you feel like now do anything at this point?
Does that
I
explain
think,
what we know?
many United Nations processes are characterized
They
by
just
the
let
length
us in.
of time it takes to complete them, and
The IT
surely the
department
idea
of the
of
NSA.
reforming those processes is
And the
also
school
likely
that
to take
does
a long time,
Title
too.
VI work
So,
just let us in.
we've expressed in other contexts our support
And then they named
for
us Verizon
a set of reforms
Wireless.
that could make the United Nations more efficient, more effective, and potentially even more representative.
Incoming tweet
But,
from Verizon
our focus right
Wireless.
now is on
At chats 36.
trying to
I want you
reduce
to enjoy your new
the violence and
device.
urgent situations
Enjoy
inside Syria.
Yahoo in the basement road trip. Let's figure this out. It is an affecting voice, text, or data. What zip code are you in? KM. Well, Verizon confirmed we chatted in the basement. So, what is it that they want to know? Oh, so much phone went on. BCF Girl 24. It's on that your phone to use data. If it is switched off, please follow DM us so that we can help check this out further. MTS.
Europe and other allies outside the framework of the UN to address.
The paprika cache. Whoa, this doesn't sound right. We need to investigate further. We're grouping in. And now the CW, Supergirl. Please follow and DM us with additional information. RD.
Coordinated fashion to
A
maximize
coordinated
the impact
fashion to max
of those sanctions.
of those
So
sanctions.
the situation
So
in Ukraine
the
is like
situation, I
best
can't
example
confirm that
the
with you.
United States has been able to work
I don't remember.
effectively with our
Effectively
European
with our
allies to
European
impose
allies,
a tough sanctions
our
against
Title
Russia.
VI allies.
Of course,
Just do information
we first
technology.
point out that the
Just do it.
sanctions that we have imposed
We're not going to have a
on
Nike
Russia
interview in the
constantly with our
gym.
European allies as a result of
Giovanna
Russia's actions
Kincannon, we're not.
in Ukraine have not yet
Have
achieved
not yet
desired
achieved
result. We
desired
haven't seen the
results.
change in strategy
In
on the
strategy,
part of the Russians that we'd like
part
to
of the
see in
Russians
Ukraine. We haven't
suggested
seen them
aborted.
indicate their clear respect for the territorial integrity and
So
sovereignty
in Melon,
of Ukraine.
here is
But
here.
we do
Help
know
us
that those
here
sanctions
to get
have
your
had an
speeds
impact on
faster.
Russia's economy.
What zip code are you
Russia
in?
is
What device do you
paying
have?
the price
SJ.
for their
Tweet us
actions
at
inside of Ukraine,
BZW
and
support.
that price is one that they have to pay because of the
They have
ability
to
of the United
pay.
States to work effectively with our European partners
Our
to
European
impose those
partners.
costs. That's something that we didn't do.
Something that
do
we
through the
didn't
UN,
just
obviously,
explain.
because Russia
GPS, where was he?
has
Where was the
vetoed,
boy?
on the UN Security Council. So that's
Yep,
that's one
on-
example
yeah.
of where we have been willing
You got it.
to work outside the auspices of the United Nations,
No
and in
fraternizing.
a way that has had
Geico, no
an impact, even
fraternizing
if we have not
policy.
yet achieved the
Meet the
desired
prayers, Tony Nicely.
So, what I would say is our preference is always to work through the UN when it comes to implementing.
We
these
can't answer
sanctions,
that here.
because it means that even more countries are able to
Ask Dr.
coordinate their
Rosario.
actions with the United States, which essentially has a multiplier effect in terms
Ask
of the
State
strength
of New York
the
Research
sanctions
on
and the size
Vernon.
of the cost.
Ask them.
But outside of, we do have options. And we
Here's
have
an extra
demonstrated,
pass to get to the
an ability
CDC
to
satellite
work outside of
location.
the UN.
Oh, I
to
get to go to
achieve
the
this.
satellite CDC location at
So
Bush
I
State.
guess the point is, in this case, I wouldn't
Satellite
rule
pass.
out, multilateral
What color is
efforts
it? I don't know
outside of
what
the
color
UN,
it is.
to impose
It's
costs
peach cobbler color.
on Syria
Oh,
or Russia
boy.
or others with regard to the
Well,
situation
that about
inside
does it for
Syria.
our show. I hope
We've
we've
done that in the
answered.
past,
Where
and I
was
wouldn't take that
he?
off the table in terms of the options the president may consider in this situation.
Sponsored by the CW, Rupian.
I know you spoke to Michelle yesterday.
Oh, he shed it
Wanted to
again.
select about steps that you've taken, particularly related to federal contractors, but
He shed it
both this and the
again.
Snowden case, these were
Starbucks.
contractors that were working for Booz Allen Hamilton in particular, and so I'm wondering if this has inspired any sort of
Hello, Meteor
reevaluation
Press Pool. How are
whether
you?
that firm should be
I hope we've
involved
answered
in
all
or receive
questions
U.S. government contracts on
without the
highly
explicitness.
classified data of two of their employees engaging in huge theft.
I'm not aware that
Our last clue is
investigation
310-9965.
thus far has
Courthouse.
detected any wrongdoing on the part of
65 Court Street and 2 Niagara.
I'd refer questions about that to the
101
Department of Justice.
satellite
My guess is that,
location, upstate.
since they're still in the midst of the investigation, they're not likely to.
It's a lot less.
talk
We have to
about that
go. We'll talk to you guys on the re-air. This has been a Pink Shorts
Look, we want to learn as
exclusive.
much as we can
Where
about this
was
situation,
he?
as I indicated to Michelle.
They're great. Meet the
If there
press.
are lessons that we can learn, and
Thank you,
reforms
Gregory
that can be
Watson.
implemented to
Last
prevent
clue.
something like
Gotta
this
go.